one of the most important things, probably the most important other than the players, is building your staff when you're here, especially now that you're in the SEC and everyone talks about the recruiting down here, right? And how it's just different than everywhere else in the country. How'd you go about building your staff, and what were the things you were looking for when deciding who to bring from Washington, where to go, even your personnel and recruiting staff?
Yeah, I think the way it came together in the end, I am just crazy excited about who we have and how there's so many, there's some people that I have, just familiar past with and worked with at different stops. But there's this SEC, Southeast, part of the country kind of feel to our staff as well. If you remember, I brought originally 4 coaches down from Washington, and then Ryan Grubb, Scott Huff got an opportunity to be with the Seattle Seahawks, and just so happy for those guys because they're great friends, and they helped me, and that our teams, the last 2 years, and Grubb, I've known for 17 or more, I've lost count, but. Nick Sheridan, Jamarcus Shepard, really the 2 on-field coaches that are here from Washington and really understand from an offensive side, what we want to do. It's our system that we've built over many years, and they understand it inside and out, and you can see them continuing to carry that out each and every day. They're great recruiters. They've done a great job keeping their room together. And then you add in the other pieces, and really focusing probably on the key pieces on the field would be Kay Womack, who I worked with at Indiana. And just, I was so impressed with him when we were there and what he did and what we were building that year in 2019. And then him having the opportunity to go be a head coach and do it himself and down in Mobile at South Alabama. He is just so familiar because of his past and his dad having been a coordinator at various stops along the way for really about 30 years. He knows this part of the country. And so not to get into each and every guy, but keeping a couple of coaches and Robert Gillespie and Freddie Roach here, one on each side of the ball, it was just so evident to me what these guys stood for, what their rooms looked like, how great of recruiters they were, and most importantly, how great of people they are. And their players loved them, and I could see that meeting with these guys, in those early hours and early days. But Courtney Morgan coming down as our general manager, he just, he's got his hands in everything, and I let him do that because he's got great vision. He takes pride in what he does. He does it the right way. He's a relationship guy, and we've just built a strong relationship over the last 3-4 years at different places now, this really being the 3rd one together between Fresno, Washington, and now Alabama. So again, the staff as a whole, a lot of Southeast ties. They've done a great job building relationships, a great job, getting after it because we were behind when we first got here. There's no doubt about it that the other schools had deep relationships with a lot of a lot of the prospects, especially in the 25 class. So we've been catching up. But I'm really excited about, getting guys here and them seeing us for who we are.
Yeah, I did you mentioned Courtney Morgan. I did a video about him a few months ago about I think it was when you were still at Washington, the most impactful person in the program that you probably haven't heard of yet.
Yeah.
And he is getting more and more pub out there in the media world. But you mentioned a little bit, but can you elaborate a little bit on how, especially in today's college football, how important having someone in that general manager role is? And really, you said it, Courtney has his hands in every part of this program, right? All the hires you're making, personnel. What's he mean to you in this place specifically? Yeah,
I think there's just a vision that he just helps me continue to stay aligned with. And, yes, you got to have your spreadsheets and the list of players and prospects and just enjoy that. But you got to be a great evaluator. You got to be a great organizer of your staff. There's a creative side as you recruit. How do you touch the guys that are in their teens right now, 16, 17, 18 years old, and what's that appeals to them. And so he's really in tune to the way things continue to evolve. He's got a lot of experience in this area, but he's just more than anything, he's just about people.
Yeah. And
he just cherishes relationships, and there becomes a relationship that's so strong that we can really have just really good conversations, and as you're trying to really close on prospects together, and with Courtney, being a big, strong voice in that, his guidance, but also his just relationships he has with our staff, but with these prospects and their families, it's really critical.